With Poppy Playtime Chapter 3's recent release, we saw a few familiar faces throughout the playcare. Lucky for us, we also met a bunch of new ones as well. These new characters play a significant role in the story, although some more than others. In today's video, I want to look at who I think is my new favorite character, this being Miss Delight. Who or what is she, and where did she come from? Although a minor antagonist in Chapter 3, Miss Delight still holds a significant value to the story. The school area was one of my favorite parts of Chapter 3 because it was extremely creepy and provided a whole new terrifying atmosphere. So who is she? Miss Delight is a living toy organism, meaning she is a toy with human features. Now, where do these human features come from? Well, I think you have an idea. She has golden blonde hair with a red bow tie perched on top of her head. Her face is completely broken, exposing her human flesh and teeth underneath. She wears a vibrant tri-colored shirt with hues of red, blue, and yellow. She also wears a red and white polka dot skirt. Her body is made up of several segments on different joints, which resembles that of a ball-jointed doll. She wields a homemade weapon named Barb, but more on that in a moment. Staying true to her name, Miss Delight acts very sweet and friendly. However, underneath this facade is a truly deranged mind. After finding her audio log, we quickly realize just how manic she can be. She begins by asking where the kids are, continuously begging to know their location. It's assumed that she is talking to Catnap, but he refuses to tell her. After she finds out they are safe, she breathes in a sigh of relief. She then asks to see them again, getting told no. Miss Delight then giggles and says probably because he knew I would kill them all, then unleashing a sinister laugh. This of course means she was unable to see the children because even Catnap knew she would end up killing them.
Where are the kids? Please, where are the children? Are they in the same place as the employees?
No.
Are the children safe?
Yes.
Ah. Can I see them?
No.
And that was it. That's all he'd tell me. Probably because he knew I'd kill them all.
This is just an example of how evil and insane she truly is. Her manic mental state is further proven by the notes we find left by her throughout the school building. She makes a weapon out of pencils and rulers with tapes and twine. She calls it Barb. This is the same weapon she uses against us, confirming that these notes are indeed left by her. This is also confirmed when we hear her talking to Barb on the intercom. Something locked her and the other teachers inside the school. Not being able to leave, she had not eaten food for days. The other teachers argued with her over what was left. They started glaring and judging her. They blocked the kitchen doorway with their bodies in hopes to single her out so she would die first. She was starving. The pit and Miss Delight howled for food, unable to think about anything other than how hungry she was, hardly having any strength to even pick herself up off the floor. Although Barb, her weapon, spoke to her, Barb gave her strength. Miss Delight then had an idea. She realized if she stands completely still, the others will think she's dead. Barb tells her she needs to eat, and that the other teachers would never see her coming, meaning Barb convinced her to kill the other teachers and eat their bodies to stay alive. This further proves just how insane she became. So where did Miss Delight come from? Right now, we don't have a lot of information about her past. We can assume she was very nice and kind to the kids, considering this is the act she puts on before we learn just how evil she is. Thanks to the Bigger Bodies initiative, she is one of at least 8 other identical toys that viewed each other as sisters. These 8 sisters were teachers for the playcare. Why hire real ones when you can make them yourself for free? Now, from what we can see inside the school, the place looks pretty normal. Although, what isn't normal is how Miss Delight moves. At first, it was thought that she only moved in in darkness, as seen in the gameplay's trailer. Although this is not entirely true. After she breaks the generator, she turns around and freezes. Whenever we look away from her, she moves closer. So it seems she can only move towards us when we're not looking. This may seem like just a cool new mechanic, but there's actually a reason for this. If we look back at Mystilight's notes from before, she mentions how she found out that if she stood completely still, everyone would think she's dead. This is how she was able to trick her other sisters. She stood still, which led them to thinking she's dead. This allowed her to sneak up on them and take them out. This is how she fed herself to survive, and that is what she is trying to do with us. She stands completely still to try and trick us into thinking she's dead, so she can sneakily attack us. It's a really cool detail that they added, and I'm so glad it explains why she does this. Instead of it just being a mechanic, it adds to her lore. Now, unfortunately for her, Mystilight doesn't end up tricking us. Once she destroys the generator, she chases us through the dark hallways. From there, we reach the maintenance exit. Once we are through, we pull a lever and a large door comes slamming down onto her, crushing her instantly. After defeating her, if you go back to the location, you'll notice she is no longer there. This of course is because the prototype has been taking all of the dead toys for himself. This is just another cool detail that they included into the chapter. In the last of the notes we find from her, she talked about how it was Catnap that trapped her inside. After all this time and agony, it was him that locked the door. He seemed oddly glad to see she was all that remained. They made a deal. They take care of each other now. It's as if Catnap locked her inside for a reason. He knew just how insane she really was. You might notice you don't see Catnap at all throughout the school location. It's implied that Catnap doesn't go into the school because of how greatly disturbed he is by Mystilight's unhinged nature. Now, I wanted to talk about a theory I had. What if the children in the school are still alive? In the audio tape, Mystilight asks if the children are safe and Catnap says yes without hesitation. He also says they're not with the employees, and he's talking about the dead adults.
Please, where are the children? Are they in the same place as the employees?
No.
Are the children safe?
Yes.
Catnap could just be saying this to keep Mystilight calm, but what if he's not? What if there are children still alive somewhere? I'm assuming the Playcare would have supplies stocked up that would last a while. Why else would Catnap keep Mystilight locked inside? He knows that if he lets her free, she could very well find these children and eat them. I mean, look at Catnap. He's very skinny and almost looks as if he hasn't eaten anything in a long time. Maybe not since the Hour of Joy. Just maybe they only kill the adults and save the kids. Although that's probably not the case, but it's fun to speculate. How do you guys feel about Mystilight? I would say she might be my favorite character in the series so far. I really like her backstory and her crazy personality. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and if you like horror game content like this, please consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to follow my Twitter at TerrifiedT. Thanks for watching.